Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Simeon Goodson Show. We back at it like a crack addict. We have a very special guest with us today, Mom Dukes, Miss Simeon Goodson. Give it up for moms.
Yeah.
Woo! What's up, Mom?
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Is this your first podcast?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So that's, I don't know. I think they was going to like harass you about stuff. I don't know what you.
Oh.
Well, all right, so I don't know. Where do we start with this? Because I was just like, let's bring moms on with no plan. Tease from
Is
the
there
Bay.
anything off limits that I
No,
can't
we can
tell?
go crazy. we got editing. If they don't make it to the end, they don't make it to the end. You say whatever you want right now. I don't know what's gonna make it to the final cut.
So we gotta take that out.
Let's cut that out. That's not gonna happen right there. All right. This is something because T is from the Bay,
Yeah.
and we were just having a conversation about how there's a lot of like Black Asian diversity out there, and that's kind of like a thing now. Like where Tiger Woods, Naomi Osaka, where it's like very popular being Black Asian now.
So we
Yeah.
But you were Black Asian back,
1950s.
right?
Okay.
So was it the same vibes that we're seeing now?
Oh no.
Can you talk about that?
Oh no.
Like being an OG Black Asian?
Well, we grew up in East New York on Herzl between Pitkin and Sutter, which when I grew up was predominantly Jewish becoming Black. And so going to school, it was like PS 156 did not have, the majority of the children there were Jewish.
Okay.
So most of my friends for first through 8th grade were Jewish. And there were Black families on Herzl Street, but there was this one girl that hated me. Antoinette. I will never forget.
So
Fuck out of here, Antoinette. We coming for you. We ain't forget.
So Cy Antoinette on First Street?
You already know what it is.
Yeah, her
It's
street.
up.
I'm gonna look for you on her street.
It's up when we see you.
She was bigger than me. She hated me for breathing. And every day she would wait for me to pass coming home from school and chase me home.
Jeez.
Oh no.
Dang. And my mother, it was only up the block, but for,
Right.
you're
It's a long
5,
block.
6, 7, 8, it's a long block. And my mother, being my mother, was like, you will not be chased home. The next time she gets you, you better turn around and fight back.
Oof.
And this girl is bigger than me and heavier than me. And I'm just like, oh my God. And my younger brother, George, who's 2 years younger than me, had a big mouth.
Uh-oh, George.
He was the kid that was the short, little, skinny kid who would mouth off and start stuff.
Yeah.
And then my mother, of course, was like, you have to fight for your brother. You have to fight for your brother.
You give me a man.
Suck me up.
I would try to pass this girl, and George, because we had to come home and go home together, would open up his mouth and say something to piss her off, and he could run faster than
Oh,
me.
man.
So he was home, and there I was dealing with Antoinette. Eventually, as time went on, we made peace. But growing up in the 50s, you have to understand, people were still, there were a lot of immigrants, first generation, and maybe young second generations like me, first generation coming from immigrant parents or parents that had migrated from different places. My mother was from Charleston, my father was from China. So you didn't see a lot of mixed kids. So the Black kids were like, she's the Chinese girl. So you get teased, ching chong, whatever. And they didn't like you. And then they'd pull your hair all the time to see if it was straight or if it was real or whatever. That was a little later in life. And the Jewish kids thought I was cool because I was unusual. So it was cool, to be Lin Ying's friend, So I didn't have problems with them. They were like, okay, she's the Chinese girl, or they didn't get into Chinese and black. Like now it's definitive. I'm mixed race, I'm biracial, I'm triracial, whatever. But back then, people sort of say, put you in a box.
Yeah.
How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling good? Oh, y'all looking good. I was hanging out. I had some friends in town today, so I've been hanging out all day. You know what we did? We went to the Museum of Natural History. You ever been there? That shit is dope. They got dinosaur bones and shit. I fucked with it. But then we went to the cafe. We went to the cafe in the Museum of Natural History. And we got 2 sandwiches, a salad, and 3 sodas. And that shit came out to $53.72. And those sandwiches was not that good. But here's the thing, it's the Museum of Natural History, right? It's a global destination. People travel from all over the world to go there. So when you go there, you're gonna pay a premium. Nobody goes to the museum like, yo, I hope it's discount sandwich day. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not a thing. So that's not really the problem. The problem is you leave the museum and you go to a food cart outside the museum. You get 3 pretzels and 3 waters. And that dude is like, yeah, that's $53.72. You're like, what the fuck? I will knock your whole shit over, motherfucker. What are you talking about? You trying to rob me? In front of my friends from out of town, I'll fuck you up. Get the fuck out of here. That shit is dumb. What happened to the money? This shit don't work no more. Remember a couple years ago, they was just mailing us money. You ain't even had to do shit. Just hit the mailbox like, yo, call the Uber. Ain't nobody cooking tonight. Get your mask, son. We out. Not now. Now you gotta work for it and the shit don't work.
And because we have mixed parents, not everybody, if everybody knows Mendel's theory of genetics, not everybody comes out the same tone, the same hair and everything. Mm-hmm. I was the oldest and I was the darker of the 4 of us. Well, the other 2 weren't here yet, but when they came. And my brother looked more Asian. He looked more Filipino, and my younger sister looks all Chinese. So when we would go into Chinatown, then there were people that were mean. They were very mean. And they would say things like, we learned very young the word hakwe, which means black person, the nice translation. Right. And we all know what the bad translation means. Right. Hakwe, hakmoy. So I heard that a lot in Chinatown. And my father was active in Chinatown. He was with one of the associations. So when we would go to the Chinese New Year parties, my mother was there. My mother, you have to understand, was a very beautiful woman. I'm not prejudiced. She was just
You're not prejudiced.
I'm not. Because
she's like, objectively, my mom's more beautiful than yours. Your mom's man ugly.
My mother was beautiful. She was, to this day, when I post her pictures on Facebook or social media, the comment that comes in, she is beautiful. She was beautiful. My mother living was one of the most beautiful women, or the most beautiful woman I have ever known. And
she was also a Scorpio.
Scorpio. And she was at these associations because during Chinese New Year, the different associations have Chinese New Year parties. So we would go, and my mother, who is biracial, she's Chinese, and her father was Chinese, and my grandmother was black. She would sit there, this beautiful woman. So, of course, there were women who were envious, but then there were women that were mean. And they knew better than to say anything to her. She was a very proud woman. She was very beautiful and elegant. And she had a bearing when she sat. So, of course, who's the target? Now, George fit in.
Here we go. Here we go. Uncle George back at it.
Okay.
We got to get Uncle George on the pod to defend himself.
Uncle George
No,
crazy.
he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. But an incident that happened when I was 8 years old, I am 72 now, and I still remember this, where a group of ladies came up to me and said, "Who your father?" I said, "My father's Chang Chun." They said, "That's not your father. That's his father, but that's not your father." And my brother is probably too young to remember it, but when they asked him, "This your sister?" He, being a child, said no. What?
Oh, threw you under the bus.
Okay. He was 6 years old.
I went to a grocery store, had a romaine lettuce, $4 Now that's ridiculous. You know why? Because nobody wants lettuce. It's not a thing. Nobody ever in the bed like, yo, today, I'm gonna fuck some lettuce up, bro. I've been thinking about it. Never happens. Only reason you eating lettuce because you eating some delicious shit that needs lettuce. You tried it one time without the lettuce. You was like, nah, it needs the crunch. But you don't want the lettuce. You know what the worst shit about lettuce is? You don't even need all the lettuce. You only need about 8, 9 leaves. That's it. And you put the rest of the lettuce in the fridge. You come back 2 weeks later, you got a brown puddle in the drawer. You're like, fuck! The fucking lettuce. I forgot about the lettuce. That was most of the lettuce. That was like $3 worth of lettuce. Fuck! Shit is dumb. That's why me personally, I'm cutting food out the budget. Fuck that. Can't afford it no more. And that's fucked up because I used to love food, but no more. No more food, Red. I'm going straight drugs and alcohol. That's it. Because how the fuck is cocaine inflation proof? Cocaine been the same price since 1972. The fuck? You telling me it costs the same amount of money to shove a brick of cocaine in my ass and swim from Cuba to Florida today as it did when Jimmy Carter was president, but somehow a truck full of oranges from Florida, that costs $5 per orange. Get the fuck out of here. The economics ain't adding up. That's true. He's like, I do cocaine all the time. That's facts. Never goes up. Y'all thought it was comedy. Nah, it's an economics lesson.
All he saw was this bunch of mean-looking ladies, and he said no. So, of course, I went to my mother, upset, crying, "Mommy, those ladies said Daddy's not my father," and George said I wasn't his sister. And my mother, I'll never forget it. I was mad at her for years until I understood as an adult what she did. She looked down at me, barely turning her head, and she said, "You go back and you tell those ladies you are Chang Chun's #1 daughter, #1 child," because it was also a slant at my mother.
Yeah.
That Daddy wasn't her,
Right.
my father. And how dare you bring this child to our party? And you tell them that you are Chang Chun's #1 child and Chang Chun's #1 daughter, and that George Chang is your brother. Now, I'm 8. I expect you to get up and go beat up those ladies.
Yeah. You ain't gonna come with
I
me.
was like,
Right.
They said, Daddy wasn't my father, aren't you? And I looked at her and she said, through her teeth,
I
"Now
remember that.
turn around and go do what I said." It's because, of course, a lot of people in the room are looking at what's going on. So I went back. I even remember the dress I had on. That's how this incident stuck into me. And I went to the ladies and I said, my mother said to tell you, I am Lin Ying Chang. I am Chang Chun's #1 child, and I am his #1 daughter. And George Chang is my brother. And they just looked and started talking in Chinese. And then I turned around and I went back to my mother. But of course, I was still pissed at my mother because she didn't go beat the ladies up.
Yeah.
So
We still
as
got
the
a chance.
years went on, I eventually, as not even a teenager, as a young adult, understood, not even as a young adult, I was an adult, when I really understood what my mother had done. My mother knew for the rest of my life, I was going to have to deal with crap like that.
Fight that battle.
Okay. And up until recently, it has, because my sister and I, if you take the time to look at us, we look alike, almost exact, but we're different colors. But people didn't look at that. So people are quick, oh, she's the oldest child, so you know what that means. You know, she was fooling around before she married him or whatever. So
it's funny because I show my friends your picture and they be like, yo, your moms look mad Chinese, son. Your mom look like the most Chinese lady ever. That's crazy.
But that's now.
No, I know. I'm just saying. That's
now.
the juxtaposition.
Back in the 50s, Chinese women had on cheongsams. They had short hair with the little pearl earrings and the pearl necklace. Their hair was very straight and they were very pale. And to jump forward a little bit, it was very interesting when my husband and I went to Hong Kong about 6 years ago. You know, I had heard, you know, Chinese people don't smell, Chinese people are fair and all of this. And when I was in Hong Kong, I know it's hotter there and there's sun and all of that. I was very surprised to find out how many people were my complexion in Hong Kong. And I was very surprised to find out how many times people would come up to me speaking Chinese, expecting me to answer back. And I was like, I'm sorry.
Right.
Can you say it to the iPhone?
Right.
So it was just, I mean, nowadays it's different. But I used to say, it was funny, when my father passed and at the funeral home in China, Chinese school. He had worked on the Cultural Society in Chinatown, how he used to go back and forth to Hong Kong. They would call him a banana. He was only yellow on the outside, but white in the inside. And that he wasn't a real Chinese person.
Yo, that's real.
So that's an insult, like a...
Yeah, they got ABCs, American-born Chinese.
Oh, wow.
Because they don't use banana no more. So now they say ABCs.
So it's like being
you're not real Chinese. You're from America. You're an American.
Right.
Okay. You're not Chinese. Because being Chinese is cultural to, like, in China. Yeah. It's not just skin and eyes. You know what I mean? Like, it's a culture to be Chinese.
And it's like when I was a young adult, I used to say the thing about Asians and Chinese people is they're equal opportunity racists.
Let's talk about
anybody can get it.
Okay. You could
shots
be mixed with American, you could be white, you could be Chinese and Spanish, you could be Chinese and black, whatever it was. If you weren't 100% China,
you could be from the wrong region of China.
You didn't count. They were equal opportunity. So you know, and a lot of cultures, if you are biracial and you're black and white, or you're black and Spanish, that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, but if you're black, I said that wrong. If you're whatever that ethnicity, Puerto Rican and white,
Dominican and white,
French and white, you know, African and white, that's an upgrade. Yeah. But in the Asian culture, it's like, if you're not 100% that Asian culture, you are garbage. Right. And they don't care if you're Japanese or Chinese and white, Chinese and Spanish, Chinese and black.
Chinese and Japanese.
Right. Oh, no.
Chinese,
There
Korean.
Chinese
that don't
and
count.
Japanese
Nothing count.
Is a whole historical,
Right.
another
You can't be
horrible
nothing but
thing.
Oh, so there's
Chinese.
beef
No.
there.
It's
Right.
bad beef. Oh, yeah.
No. The Japanese and Chinese mixed, that rarely will happen because of the history of China and Japan and the Nanking incident
Okay.
that happened that was horrific. I mean, my father went to his grave hating Japanese people because of what happened in our family with his older sister and his first wife.
Okay.
So it's like you will find most older Chinese people, you can't say the word Japanese, and all the ones that have passed because of the Sino-Japanese War and the horrible things that happened during that war. So that's not going to happen. But I mean,
I like that you still ride or die about that.
Right.
These Chinese people were terrible to me, but fuck Japanese people.
It's on site.
Right, but for y'all, Antoinette, Japanese people, them bitches at the dance. Y'all know who y'all is. We coming for you. It's the Simeon Goodson show. We gonna come back with this.
List of bad ops. You got bad ops.
Everybody shot.
Every martial arts movie or something, they taught me like Chinese and Japanese didn't be.
Right.
Okay, copy
Right.
that.
Yeah.
I never knew that. I don't know. I mind my business as,
No,
as a Haitian.
No, we
I
let-
mind my business.
Wait, let's
It's,
break for the segment. I'm sorry. It's the Simeon Goodson show. Let's talk about it. All right. That's good?
That was great.
All right.
Yeah.
You want to do another one?
You
You want to keep talking about this?
I don't care.
Okay. I mean, it's up to you.
Your
You're doing
show,
great.
your
You
show.
cooking right
Yeah,
there.
you're doing
Cooking
great.
right there.
Did y'all have things y'all
I
want
don't
to
know. I
ask?
might get a lot of calls from the family. Yo, I didn't know that I wasn't born yet.
Right. I mean, that's what it's here for. We gotta get now we're gonna get everybody up
That's
here.
wild.
Everybody gonna
That's
take turns. That's how we get the family back together. Start talking shit about each other on the podcast.
Right. Your view is going to jump 200,
You gotta get
200.
Oh, y'all don't want to come to the house? Well, watch this.
Be a
We
line
talking
trying to
shit
get
on the
there.
internet now.
See
See,
what
you should have
Lynn
just
said
called.
about our family.
You should have just called. Now look at you. Getting talked about on the internet. I don't know. I got dudes on my block still selling weed. How ridiculous is that? That shit is dumb because weed is legal now. I'm not buying weed on the street and going to the store, motherfucker. What the fuck is you talking about? I gotta use my credit card. I get rewards points. I get 2% cash back. I'm losing money buying weed from you. What the fuck are you talking about? No way. What you need to do is get you a head of lettuce and bust that down. Put that shit in dollar baggies. I call you every day. Like, yo, wake up, nigga. We making tacos. Let's go. Come outside. I've been smoking weed since Giuliani was the mayor. It's been a long time. And all that time, I always hoped and I always wished that one day weed would be legal. And now that weed is legal, I think they've gone too far. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think they fucked it up. Because there used to only be one question involved in a weed sale. And that question was, do you have weed? That was it. That was the whole exchange. Now you go in these dispensaries, they're like, we got indica, we got sativa, we got hybrid, we got body lotion, we got fudge brownies, we got gummy bears. This one's sponsored by Mike Tyson. You like, nigga, what? Bro, listen, I got a $20 bill folded up in my hand right now. Just take it. Just take it and give me some weed back. That's it. That's all I want. How much does weed cost? How much does weed always cost? $5? $10? $20? $100? Increments of 5. It's always been divisible by 5. I went to a dispensary and bought some weed. That shit came out to $53.72. I said, why the fuck are there coins involved in a marijuana transaction? No, I don't want a receipt. Under what circumstance do I need to prove I was getting high on a Tuesday afternoon? It's never come up. Never, not once. Yo, I was watching this documentary called Love Has Won.
Okay.
You heard of it?
Never.
It's this fucking lady who called herself Mother God, right? And she started a whole ass cult. Just started a whole cult, like in Oregon, some shit.
Nice.
Where she was like, I'm Jesus, I'm God. And she would have mad niggas be like, this is Father God. You know what I'm saying? So there was like 2, 3 Father Gods in rotation.
Okay.
And then all she did was take drugs and drink and like chill. Like that was her whole shit. And she had the whole cult on live stream, just selling lotion, selling colloidal silver, selling herbal supplements because it was spiritual.
Yeah.
It was just a spiritual hustle. And she had like a dude named Archangel Michael. And this dude was in charge of the finances. Nigga from New York, Spanish cat from New York named Miguel. You know the Spanish cats that think they white? Like the most dangerous of all the Spanish cats? The absolute most dangerous Spanish people on earth, the ones that like think they white.
Yeah.
So like he came through with all the finances. He set up the website. He bought a house, put that shit in his name, all that shit. So these motherfucking cult members was really following her around, like on some "this is God" type shit. And they was recording everything because this shit just happened like 2017, 2018, like that time frame. So it's like modern. These on YouTube and shit. So this bitch dies. The cult leader fucking dies. This bitch is drinking colloidal silver. You ever seen that shit?
Come over.
She's dying. She's drinking. She's dying, right? She's drinking colloidal silver. You ever heard of that shit?
No, I don't. I was gonna ask you what the fuck is a colloidal?
I thought that was tequila.
It's a fake. Well, it's touted as like a medicinal thing, right? But it's literally silver. You're drinking silver, and the shit turns your skin blue. So this bitch is turning blue. She can't walk no more because all she do is drink. So this bitch got having liver failure, organ failure, and these motherfuckers is carrying her around, jumping in cars, going from, location to location. They take this bitch on a plane to Hawaii.
What?
Because they have a vision that that's where she gonna heal. All the time she's dying, they like she's gonna ascend. So they waiting for a fucking spaceship to come, pick this bitch up. And they just carrying her around. They getting, hearing visions and voices like, nah, the Galactics told us to take her to Hawaii. That's where they're going to pick her up. Oh, they told us to take her back to Oregon. So this bitch, right? So she's dying. This bitch dies. Like she straight up dies on them. Like with them. They all walking around with this bitch. They leave the bitch in the bed and wrap her in a blanket and Christmas lights.
What?
And now they just got the bitch with them. They doing shit.
That's Weekend at Bernie's. That's Weekend at Bernie's.
10 days, for 10 days after she died, first, because she dies in a hotel. The concierge comes and knocks like, yo, is everything okay in there? So they dip out the hotel with the dead body. They get pulled over by the cops. They got this bitch in a big...
And she's probably
with the glasses propped up. Right.
Though.
She probably stank. Right. They nod her head and shit. But
she's still doing her God shit.
Shaking her head and shit. Like, no, officer, I'm fine. So so they get back to the original complex in Oregon or some shit. And the nigga with the money, because the nigga who set up the money.
It's my man Miguel.
Your man Miguel. This nigga, right? He finds out she's dying. This nigga clears up the accounts. Boom, 300,000. Takes the whole shit, shuts down the website, shuts down everything, right? Because he's like, the bitch dead.
Yeah.
It's over. They come back. After he does that, they come back to the Oregon crib. And he come back in the house and sees the body like, oh, y'all niggas crazy. Right, like y'all crazy. Like I guess he assumed like she would die and they would be like, oh shit, let's, that's a wrap. But they was like, nah, we got her with us. This nigga goes to the cops.
Miguel
goes to the cops, calls the cops on his own coat. And these niggas, they don't even go to jail or no shit. Like, cause they was just wild crazy.
But Miguel still had the money though.
Miguel took the money. Everything was in his name the whole time. Technically, it was his money.
Shout out to Miguel.
Shout out to Miguel.
You pull a good
Shout out to
fraud,
Miguel.
son.
And the only reason I brought that up is because we was talking about buying land. And I'm trying to get a cult together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get me a little cult.
That's
like,
wild.
maybe I'm going on the wrong path with this podcast. Like, this funny shit. Like, fuck that funny shit.
You could run a cult like...
I think I could run a cult, but like, I got to do it gradually. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to introduce new, small things. You know, like next week, like, oh, I got herbal supplements, y'all.
All right,
You know what I
all
mean?
right.
Like, oh, you know, this is something that really helped my digestive system because I don't, you know, I have belly issues and this is something that really helped. And then the next week, boom, you got something else. Then you got a guest come on and they like, yo, your chakras is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yo, like, have you ever considered being, you know, a prophet? And you're like, wow, I have considered that. I felt that way. And we just got to go back and forth. So.
What would you call your cult?
Word.
See, that's a good question. Because I think like a cult name is like a nickname. You can't give yourself a nickname.
Why not?
I mean,
you can give yourself a nickname?
You shouldn't. I feel like your nickname should be given to you. But then you could get the wild, foul nickname and you can't, you know?
Well, it depends how young you get it, too.
I know a kid.
Like, if you young and you know, little fat nigga. You know what I mean? You could grow up and be little fat nigga if you hold it down. You know what I mean?
Little fat nigga is a good thug name, though.
That's what I'm saying, though. But you gotta, if you be little fat nigga and niggas call you that at 30 for the first time. You know what I mean? That's not no gangster shit. Hey, fuck out of here, little fat nigga.
You were insulting me.
Right, like, I'm not down for this shit. But, you know, so I don't know, what would I call it? I don't know. I would have to find a theme, though. Because a cult need a theme, and it need to be spiritual.
Yo, you want to get some food?
Yeah, bro, I'm starving.
What you want to get?
I don't know, man. Like pizza or something.
You want to get pizza? How much money you got the money for?
Oh, nah, I don't got no money. I'm not even that hungry, you know what I mean?
Oh. Damn. We gotta get like these niggas, man. These niggas, yo, they selling tea tree oil and motherfucking colloidal silver. Getting bread, man. That's what we need to do, a cult.
Right.
If we had a cult, like we could just be like, yo, it's me, Jesus. Yo, give me a slice of pizza, extra cheese. You know what I'm saying? Yo, if you believe in eternal salvation, a nigga needs some garlic knots.
That'd be lit.
Yeah, she'll be dope, man. That's why we gotta get a cult. But I'm saying, like, what you even need to do to get a cult? You don't even need to do. Like, we just set out, like a sign. Bong. Look, boom, make a sign, bong.
We get some robes.
Get some robes,
robes.
Yeah, what, like,
some gold trim.
Yeah. I fuck with that. On the sign, look, you don't even gotta get too complicated because that's where niggas fuck up. They try to make shit complex. So I'm gonna say, like, boom, welcome.
Hit them with the simple. Welcome,
cult members.
I don't know, like, do cults usually say they cults? Like, is that
Yeah, you're right. You can't call it a cult.
Right.
Niggas ain't gonna join if they think it's a cult. All right, so I'm gonna say new members.
Yeah.
Let me just cross out cult. New. Welcome new members. And then bong, put that right up on here like this. Boom, boom.
And we lit.
Boom.
I need a spiritual theme. Like, you know?
Like.
Well, what you really need, you need to find people who's lacking, like who's looking for something.
Yeah.
And you gotta have to just like, you gotta find people who's looking for something, and they also have to have a lot of money. So they could donate as soon as they join. Because that was a big shit Miguel was doing. He was like, yo, like they would have Skypes with motherfuckers, right? Okay. And everybody who joined the cult was like, oh, like, I have mad money. You know, like, I don't know what to do with it. I'm lost. You know, I was in the military. I got these checks coming in. I got this unemployment. So those people, he'd be like, yo, you should come to the house. He'd be like, yo, you should come to the complex. And, you know, donate and rise above with us, right? So you also need like a screening thing because you don't want to just have broke niggas popping up. You know what I mean? With no money. You're like, nah, you're not light enough. You don't have enough light in you to join.
You can't do that.
Right. So that's the thing. You gotta like, it's kind of like you gotta build your audience naturally. You can't just be like, this is my cult, this is what I'm doing. You gotta be like, oh, y'all are looking for monetary guidance. Okay, I could offer that. Oh, you looking for spiritual guidance. Because that's the shit with the cults. They're not like well-defined.
Yeah.
Like, it's just kind of whatever you need. We could do that as long as we get some money.
I think about that.
All right, we'll put a post up.
Level up.
What should I'm gonna say? Yo, you new religion drop in now.
Yeah.
Let me put a song on it.
What's that?
Let me see.
Some sexy red.
You got, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's a good idea, bro. Let's do that.
It's trending. You know what I mean?
Here we go.
Gotta cash
this one.
The trends.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna put this on it, right? I'm gonna put the filter. Look, put the filter. Bang. Take a picture. Take a picture. Take a picture. Now do a picture of me. Do a picture of me.
Yeah. Pop it. Colton.
All right. Post that. New religion dropping. Come through to the studio today only. So they gotta come today. All right, and post, nigga. We got a cult, nigga. Let's go. Let's go.
Man, comedians every fucking where. New York City.
It's like, you funny nigga?
Disgusting amount of comedians.
I think it's more comedians than like rappers.
In New York? Well, rap is falling off. Niggas ain't rapping no more.
Everybody still rap, but it's like.
But nobody rap like I'm trying to get a deal.
Yeah, true.
Everybody rapping like direct to the internet.
Yeah.
So you don't see like ciphers and shit no more. Like battle rap is I like battle rappers.
Yeah, battle rap is going up right now.
Is it? Is it bad? Because I was fucking with battle rap.
It's
like
a multi-million-dollar business now.
Right. But I feel like it kind of got diluted once URL got the deal with the other app. Caffeine. Yeah. Like it kind of diluted it.
It's a little diluted.
Because they kept bringing out the same like 5 niggas to battle each other.
Yeah, they got the
you know what I mean? It was like the Attitude Era in wrestling, where every episode was just Undertaker, Stone Cold, Rock, Mankind. You know what I'm saying? Like just some mix of that. You know what I mean? It's like this week is, or even worse, like when John Cena just kept winning forever, like just couldn't lose no matter what, and nobody wanted him to win. Like, and they was like, "Yo, you still a good guy?" He's like, "No, he's not. Get him out of here."
Somebody kick his ass.
Right? Somebody, please. But yeah, but it peaked and then it kind of waned and then COVID fucked it up. But we got good battles out of COVID because we got Tay-Rock versus Mook.
Yeah.
Well, you talking about the Halloween battle? Because like
when he was Dracula,
so what I didn't like about the COVID rap battles was that shit was, first of all, they started to do that on Zoom. I'm like, this is not engaged. No, you guys.
But then they found an isolated spot.
Then they found an isolated spot. But it's not the same without the crowd, though. The crowd brings a lot of the energy to the room.
But I think, I think the crowd goes either way. I don't, it depends on the bat. Like, I don't want to hear, what's his name? For the St. Louis cat with his brother.
Oh, you're talking about Hitman Holler, yeah.
Hitman can't do, like, can Hitman rap?
Get the chopper.
Can Hitman rap?
He rap because he's rapping on.
I don't feel like he can rap. Like, I mean, on some battle rap shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's not my fave.
If we go back to like the original ciphers, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the J Mills versus Mook versus Lux in the street, or in the fucking clothing shop, Mook versus Lux in the clothing shop. If we go back to that era. Can Hitman Holler compete there?
No.
He can't do anything in that era.
But he's not tough enough either.
But it's not about being tough. I mean, just bars, because we're trying to keep it nonviolent.
His exposure came from Wildin' Out, so that made
he got on Wildin' Out because his exposure came because he had his little brother with him, and he was doing those like the remix.
But
he was like, I'm a remix
for fighting, though.
Huh?
He was also known for fighting.
But everybody's fighting. Like
during his battle, like him and his brother jumping in on people and fighting in battles.
Right. Well, I mean, and he's also known for
real fisticuffs.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Nah, niggas used to fight all the time. Mav Hoffa. He punched a couple niggas.
It's like we rapping like now we gotta fight. Like I gotta train for rapping and fighting too for the night.
That's wild.
Like that's like I don't know if this is gonna come through, but I'm ready with the counter.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, I'm the type of nigga I would be fighting first ball. You said what? Like you niggas, like I'm way too sensitive for battle rap, nigga. Like them niggas cut deep.
But the thing is, once battle
rap
got
I'm surprised there's not more fights. Because these niggas will say anything. I'm like, I'll fuck your baby mama.
This is why though.
The nigga Arsenal put some niggas baby mom sex tape. Like like he was showing somebody baby. I think it was the fat nigga.
Talking about
who used to chill with Briz.
Oh, you talking about is it not Geechee Gotti?
No, the fat nigga who used to chill with Briz. Him and Briz used to be mad cool.
There's a lot of
the sweaty nigga.
There's a lot of fat niggas.
I know. I said this is not helping at all.
A lot of fat niggas in battle rap.
I forget his name.
What I was gonna say is they stopped having to fight because they started losing their venues.
Right.
And so it's like it's super
money
commercial
like
now. Yeah, they can't fight. Them niggas be going to Canada and England now. I hate those crowds, by the way. I'm sorry.
The English crowds are
I
trash.
hate the white crowds, period, in battle rap. They just don't have they just don't react the same. Black people from the hood just react different. Better.
Outside of Pat
we be dragging it too though, but the dragging it is the ill shit though for black people responses to like audience wise.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say outside of Pat Stay and the fat nigga with the beard, the white guy, glasses, he battled Mook.
I don't know his name, but I know you're talking about.
I know you're talking
It's two of those are the only two white guys I'm giving anything to in battle rap.
I don't want to give anything to any white dudes.
Pat Stay is, rest in peace, Pat Stay. Pat Stay was amazing because Pat Stay shook up Goods and Tay Rock.
Okay.
When they was both on runs. Like he shook up Tay Rock. And he shook up Tay Rock with that always about to fight shit.
Oh, okay.
And that shit was murder. And it's like,
gave one of those.
Pat Stay was dope.
I would say Tay Rock is one of the best. It's top 5 for me, though.
Oh, Tay Rock, yeah, top 3 for me.
Easy the Block Captain came through, though, and he's fire, but then he fucked Remy Ma, so now I feel
now nobody like him no more.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
You ruined that. Like,
what?
Is Papoose or
I
Easy?
wasn't a fan of Easy, though.
Really?
I hate his voice.
Yeah, his voice is kind of...
And the thing I don't like about Tay Rock is this nigga Tay Rock will start the whole verse over. This nigga will be 9 minutes in and start from the beginning.
Flex, like,
right. You're like, come on, Tay Rock.
That nigga be on cocaine and he just like be just in the moment.
Sweating,
like,
right.
Yeah, he just like really loves the crowd reaction, so that's why
cocaine is sweating.
Right.
Goes together like the fabric of America.
Who's your top? Who's your number one? You have a number one?
I guess Tay Rock. Tay Rock would be my number one. Tay Rock, it's Tay Rock, Chess, Easy to Block Captain. Those are my top. John Dodon. Those
what
are
the fuck? How you say John before Lux?
Loaded Lux?
That's crazy. Young people are disrespectful. Young people don't know nothing. Podcast done. Buy my herbal supplements. This is the Simeon Goodson show.
I like Loaded Lux too, but you know who I like?
But how you got?
Actually, no. This is my. I forgot. This is who I really forgot. What's his name? Sue Surf.
Oh, okay.
He locked up, of course, but
Sue Surf is a 50-50.
He's one of my favorites.
When he's good, he's great.
Yeah, but he
and
chokes.
here, this nigga will jersey out the rounds 2 bars in.
But he's like when he's in his bag, his confidence it's fire.
Yeah. You know which league I missed? Fucking the UW. Remember that shit when Arsenal had a league?
I don't
know. Oh, you don't watch battle rap?
I watch it like a little bit.
Oh, you just watch the highlights.
I'm just listening to y'all.
He's like, oh, these niggas really know.
I'm
taking over names. It's like watching a tennis match.
Nah, you gotta watch. You gotta watch Tay Rock versus Official.
Oh,
you never seen the whole battle? You big body bitch. I watched that shit.
I saw that
clip.
That shit was amazing.
See, that's some shit like you won't fight. Like, cause now you tapping into my insecurity.
Right.
But
that's the whole thing.
Official. She's one of the best female battle rappers. Yeah, she's from New Orleans. But I like female battle rappers. Shuni the rapper. Her
Shuni is dope.
Yeah.
Shuni's lit.
Sarah Funeral's even good.
I'm not. She's relatively new, right?
She's Shuni and Farrah are hand in hand, but 40 bars, fire.
40 bars is lit.
Yeah, she's from Boston, fire. But yeah, shout out to battle rap.
For that.
Maybe we'll do a little battle rap skit.
Let's go.
I wrote one already, actually.
I used to rap. Once I turned 40, I stopped rapping because I was like, yo, niggas they really want that jazz feel now. You know?
Is that why you stopped?
I wore mad turtlenecks now. I just want to do some jazz,
right.
Saxophone.
Right, live band hip hop.
You think you in the fucking tiny desk behind you, nigga, just walk around.
They come out with the fucking what's this guy?
Fedora?
The newsboy hat.
The flat cap.
They come out with a newsboy hat and a scarf.
The flat cap.
He say,
you talk about something
back in the day, a black man would rise.
Nah, I need that.
I see it with my eyes.
Not a beret. They got the beret.
Right. You're talking about beret.
R&B singer on the hook. Hell yeah.
Got the Neo hat.
Hell yeah. Sitting on the stool. What's up, y'all?
No,
this is Fritz. I have a few compositions.
That nigga ain't shit. That nigga used to do the poetry. I used to go to a lot of poetry spots with my brothers, and you meet those niggas, those super deep niggas, and they be doing the fucking poetry. Like, that nigga is the fucking fuckboy.
I hate a spoken word nigga. I'm not a big fan of spoken word. I love battle rap. I love rap. I love that form of storytelling, but spoken word, I just can't get behind it. I feel like spoken word people are corny as fuck.
They tried to force poetry on us for a little bit there. They was trying to act like it was something we was going to get into. He's like,
Shakespeare us, nigga.
Nah, because I was like, Kanye did All Falls Down on Def Poetry Jam and shit like that. Like, most Def.
Oh my God.
He's like, give me a composition book.
Right.
I say put it in.
I can't get into it.
They just don't want to rap. They too pussy. That's what
they
really
crazy.
are.
That's a hot take.
No, for real.
Right. Spit,
That's what-
nigga.
that's what-
Get a
yeah,
beat.
Some poor niggas like, yo, say that shit in my
What the fuck you
face.
doing? Shit don't even rhyme, nigga.
That's why.
Cool.
Go to poetry slams.
Nigga, you just
heckle
talking.
them.
That's fucking crazy.
That is a skit. Go to a poetry
Heckling
scam.
poetry.
Because those fans are mad friendly.
Ooh. That shit ain't deep,
Talk about the
nigga.
black plight.
Fuck out of here.
You
Why it's so dark in here?
It's hilarious.
That's why.
Smell
Y'all
like
niggas can't burn incense inside. You crazy?
That's
Where your
wild.
shoes at, nigga?
You call that a stanza? What kind of stanza is that?
Take
nigga?
that scarf off, nigga. It's hot in here. Fuck out of here.
Heckling and poetry
Hell
is
yeah.
wild.
Now, I have a friend who keeps inviting me to their poetry slams at their house, and I'm like, I'm
At
not
the
going.
house?
Yes,
Oh, that's
I'm
how
gonna
you
go.
start the cult.
That sound like a. Oh,
That's
a,
why,
that's
yeah.
a slap match
Because
right
Because here's the thing, going back to that.
there.
Because it's like to start a cult, you gotta kind of. It was like you know when they do those Nigerian print scams,
Yeah.
they say a lot of that shit is super misspelled. The grammar is bad
Yeah.
and is worded poorly because people who will catch on to that won't sign up later on.
Okay.
So there's no point in wording it correctly with proper grammar and spelling because you're not going to get that person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like a first filter,
Too logical.
right? It's a first filter.
Mhm.
A nigga who reads this and doesn't notice any grammatical or spelling errors, that's somebody you want to fuck with.
That's the devil.
So that's why they saying they do that shit intentionally. So like,
Oh, that's wild.
yeah, so
Illiterate niggas.
that's how
You know, get the
maybe we got to
dyslexic
get on this
niggas like,
poetry
that's
shit.
Wild. That's wild.
Maybe we got to get on this poetry shit. That's the first filter.
That might be.
That's the
fire,
very
though.
first filter. Anybody who does not enjoy poetry not going to get up on the cult. They're not going to
Yeah.
give us their lifesavers.
Come fuck
Right.
with the
But if you like
We're
poetry,
here.
you know,
You fuck
maybe
with
we
us.
could convince you to like something else stupid.
That's wild. That's wild.
It's the Simeon Goodson show. Fuck with me.
I'm here for.
Swallow.